On behalf of my fellow officers and directors of the Philippine Retailers Association, the 24th National Retail Conference and Stores Asia Expo, I would like to extend a warm welcome
to bring this event 2 notches higher than the previous years. On behalf of the Philippine Retailers Association, I now declare the 24th NARCE open.
Challenge is truly daunting, but we should all persevere. Without a doubt, retail is a huge driver in our economy.
What I think makes us as retailers stand apart from most other professions is our boundless passion and our boundless perseverance.
What I saw when I came back was a retail landscape that was as vibrant, dynamic, and innovative as ever, and now pushing the boundaries of new modern retail best practices.
We've seen so much change in the way that consumers shop and the way that consumers talk to brands and talk to each other, the way they discover products, the way they buy, they share, and they review products.
The next decade is expected to be the golden age of the consumer. That makes things interesting, with shoppers having more choices and control than ever before.
The more you can deliver differentiated and positive consumer experiences in your physical store and online, the greater your advantage.
Now, all of this leads to a new consumer, and again, this is a new consumer across the board, not just young people, but it's a new consumer who is always connected and much better informed.
Don't think branding, don't think design as an extra expense. It is actually essential.
And ladies and gentlemen, before I begin today, I would like to ask a very important favor from all of you. And that favor is again to please take a good look at the person beside you. And please tell them, ang ganda mo.
I've always dreamed to create my own makeup line. And I guess one of the biggest pain points that I saw was that Filipinos always found it hard to find makeup that would care for their skin.
We started with having a store, but now we are also starting with the e-commerce. So we are starting taking orders through our website, through our social medias.
Every store is different. Just like an apartment, like there's no like 5 apartment that looks exactly the same. So different experience, and of course, yung store has to be really attractive.
Our main target market are people or groups, mainly from churches, who would want to bond together. They want to wear the same thing or use the same thing, declare the same Bible verses, for instance.
The goal is having a very clear insight that hits close to home.
Okay.
The expanse of Filipino craftsmanship and artistry is endless. Perhaps what we need is to find the challenge, to put a context of adversity.
It's such an investment for me personally to get out of the house and just look for one item and just buy one thing. And I don't want to be disappointed that I went somewhere and I didn't find exactly what I wanted to do.
So e-commerce is certainly a growing market. It's estimated to grow from 1% of the overall retail market.
At this point is, are you thinking things like this? You know, are you evolving in this kind of space? Because this is what you got to start thinking about. Even your product makes you sexy, right? I'm doing apparel. Why? Because I want to sell apparel? No, because I want my content partners to get free advertising and I want something back from them.
It's a different business model to enter into this casual dining.
Different altogether. I think here it's defined by the price points.
Okay.
So once you enter into a price point where in the food court it's below 59, 69, and then you enter into the casual dining, which comes in into a 300 to 500 range. As you go higher, the smaller the market gets.
How did we segue into food? I think the common denominator there is from fashion retailing, you're talking about lifestyle. In food, likewise, depending on the brand in itself.
Actually, I'm a director and then I work a lot of projects in Singapore. So I stayed in Singapore quite often.
Okay.
I stayed there for quite some time. So I'm very familiar with the Singaporean food. So our main goal is to bring in the hawker food standards in the Philippines with the same price point.
6 years ago, we already saw the trend wherein the floor spaces for food retailer is increasing.
First of all, the price points has to be there. So that's something we considered. And aside from that, everything now has to be very Instagrammable.
Music is very important for your brand, and you must have the right matching. Sonic, what do you call that? Compatibility with your brand is very, very important.